Time to round up a big topic from the week. After laying out his plan for immigration reform on primetime television Thursday night, President Obama headed to Las Vegas to sign the executive order. Under the new executive action, parents of children who are in the U.S. legally can avoid deportation after submitting to criminal background checks and paying their share of taxes. Republicans are quick to speak out against the action, saying the president is abusing his power by acting without Congress. But Washington says lawmakers who are unhappy with the order are free to pass their own immigration bill. This is our topic this half hour. We want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page and Twitter. Be sure to use the hashtag Fox26 for life. Joining us live in the newsroom again is our roundup panel. It is led by our legal analyst, Chris Tritico. All right, Chris, can Congress still pass a bill before the president's actions take effect?
Well, it doesn't matter whether the president's executive order takes effect or not. Congress can always pass a law, and the president can sign that bill. What the president said to the House the other day was, if you don't like what I'm doing, pass something and I'll take a look at it. However, and to be clear, when the president issues an executive order, it's like overturning a veto if you want to get rid of that executive order. In other words, if the president vetoes their bill, they still have to have 60 votes in the Senate. So it's going to be hard to overturn the executive order. The president, to be clear here, the president did exactly what he said he would do in March. He told the House of Representatives in March, pass a bill and I will take a look at it or I will act on my own. He did exactly what he said he was going to do, and the House of Representatives has spent this entire year without acting on immigration, even though they said at the beginning of the year they would do it. That's what caused this showdown, but it's not going to help with relations with Congress. Let me introduce Mustafa Tamiz, our political analyst, Jackie Valley, our public policy analyst. I don't think you probably have any strong opinions on this, Jackie, so we'll start with you. The president said in March, I'm going to do it. John Boehner said in April, the House will not take up immigration this calendar year. That set this up, and the president did exactly what he said he would do.
The president said many times before March and many times after March that he does not have the legal authority to actually enact or to create a bill on immigration reform. And that's when he kept saying to the House, pass a bill. 25 different times you've seen in the media now reporting, he said he could not do exactly what he has done. I think the tone and the manner of how he did his executive action is more of an issue than what's in the executive action or what's in the actual bill that he's executed.
Executive order, not a bill.
Executive order that he's executed. There's more of an issue with the way tone and manner in which he did it. A poll was just released. A majority of Americans are saying they don't necessarily disagree with what he's saying. They disagree with the fact that he did it unilaterally and on his own.
The Ronald Reagan did it. George Bush the first and second did it. Executive order has been issued by every president since George Washington. I think he has the lawful authority to issue an executive order. But is he causing a further divide between the White House and Congress?
I'm not sure if the divide could be any worse.
Any wider.
I mean, so, yeah. I mean, it basically, and he has said on the record a number of times that he did not have the legal authority to do what's in the Senate bill, because the Senate bill goes much further. It creates a path through citizenship, and that he does not have legal authority to do. What he's done in this executive order has legal authority.
Because he has the authority to decide who to prosecute and who not.
Absolutely, and that's been the case, and there are legal scholars that have done that. And this is a controversy, but clearly the House has an opportunity to pass immigration reform. They're just not going to do it because there's not the will in the Republican Party to do it.
Let me go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
Okay, let's take a look at what Governor-elect Greg Abbott is saying. He says President Obama has circumvented Congress and bypassed the will of the people. I'm prepared to immediately challenge this in court. Remember, it's states that grant power to the government, federal government, not the other way around. It's time for principles above politics. What about this challenge in court?
Well, Greg Abbott is going to file suit, and I think that suit will lose. I don't think there's any legal authority to challenge the president's executive order the way he's done it. The public may disagree. Greg Abbott may disagree with what the president did, but I think there's plenty of legal authority giving him the right to issue executive orders just as this, because what he did was talk about enforcement of the law and who he's going to prosecute, and that's why it's lawful. But I want to talk a minute about, is the House now willing to do something? It seems to me that the fight shouldn't be over whether the president has the authority to do it. The president invited them to pass a bill. If they pass a bill, it would circumvent the president's executive order if he signs it.
Scott Walker from Wisconsin has threatened to sue the president. Greg Abbott has threatened to sue the president. You're going to see a unified Congress because you now have the Republicans in charge. You're going to see something come across the president's desk that says, look, secure the border first, because now with his executive action, you're going to see another flood of illegal immigrants coming through our borders. Many are reporting that already. You're seeing a lot of people in law enforcement who are very fearful of what he's just done because they know their jobs will be very complicated. So yes, you're going to see a more unified Congress because what he's done is he's made it more difficult for us to keep illegals from coming in here because they now see an opportunity.
Final thought.
Unified but ineffective. That's our Congress.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. We'll be back next week, wrapping up the hottest stories of the week. I'm heading in to eat some lobster dressing.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much.